Welcome back to Slevin Figures. Today, episode 19. We're going to be focused on Boglehead portfolio, providing you guys with an update on how that portfolio is doing. Total portfolio size still sitting at $51,000. Not much growth the last probably month and a half, 2 months. Primary driver there has been growth has been doing pretty bad. Tesla and all the high growth companies have just been taking a beating. Luckily, this is why a balanced portfolio is so important. Dividend portfolio, the dividend portfolio with stocks such as ExxonMobil, the oil companies, the banking companies have all been doing really well. So they're balancing that out, and Boglehead's been steady as she goes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the Boglehead portfolio and take a look at how that's been doing. Portfolio, as also known as the two-fund portfolio. Because you only need to get two things right and set it and forget it. This is my favorite portfolio that I recommend to pretty much friends and family starting out investing. Don't want to waste a lot of their time looking at stocks individually, and really a big part of how I invest my money too, which is mainly index funds. I like individual stocks to kind of keep me engaged, but that's a small portion of my portfolio. A big chunk of it is actually in index funds. So let's start out here. Current value of this portfolio, $12,467. It's the smallest one out of the three. It's trailing all the other two, but I'll explain that a little bit later. Gains, we're looking at $2,144, a return of 28.95%. Now that blows away any bank account, any CD account out there, and this is very low, stress portfolio. And the reason why, if we look at the pie down here, the way this is actually constructed is 50% total world index fund, not total US, not the S&P 500, total world index fund from Vanguard. This index fund has 7,800, almost 8,000 stocks or companies in it. So super well diversified, not worried about being too overweight one sector or another, very diversified. On the bond side, we have the total bond market. So again, very diversified. Although it's the U.S., I trust the U.S. bond market more. I don't know the international bond market as well, so I stick to that. Also very diversified, probably the highest recommendation for a bond fund. And then when we look at the value over time, right? So it started investing in this June 24th, 2019. It was putting in a lot of money aggressively to try to get it up quickly to like $5,000, $7,000, whatever. And I stopped after a while and kind of just let it cruise on its own. And as you can see, value over time, steady as she goes, steady as she goes. You guys remember what happened around here, right? We had that crisis, and everything went down a lot. But not this one, not as much. It came from 7,200, or let's see here, 7,500, stopped at 6,200, and then picked up from there, and she just started climbing again, steady. You won't see any wild spikes in this one like you see in my growth portfolio, but just steady as she goes. That's why I love this portfolio. It's like never have to think about it, never have to look at it. As you can see down here, what I like about having that 50-50 split is because right now the total world index fund is up, all the contributions coming in, which is $50 every week, pretty much goes down here to try to get this back up to 50%. But one thing I really want to point out here is look at this total world index fund. It's up 54.5%, 55%. I mean, would you take that? Absolutely. You're not going to get that from a bank account, not going to get it from a CD. You're not going to get it from most actually not passive, but like managed funds. They're not going to give you that kind of return, right? The bond fund is only up 5.7%. But I can tell you at the peak of the crisis around here, this was up something like 18% while this was down 15%, balancing each other out a little bit. And that really helped me, not worry about the portfolio. Didn't have to rebalance, don't have to do anything, just contribute money to it. This is one of my favorite ways of actually investing. Like I said, most of my money is in index funds, invested the Boglehead way, diversification, and then take the market returns where you can. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. Comment in the comment section if you have any thoughts or ideas for videos you'd like to see. I appreciate all the folks who just became subscribers, and share the content with others you think will find value in it. Have a good one, and enjoy the rest of your week.